Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 0 of my Let's Play series. I am Akvizijva, and I am one of the members, the founding member of the NGB server, NGB standing for Netherite God Beacon. We are currently in the spawn of the world on the seed that we are using on the server. And what does NGB stand for, you might ask? Well, see this thing over here? This is what I think is, I'm pretty sure it's referred to as a God Beacon. I may be using the wrong term for it, but that's what we're calling it. So yeah, this is a God Beacon, and the N stands for Netherite. So we want to build one of these in survival mode. No cheats, no duping. Well, no duping items. We're going to dupe TNT entities, but that's it. And how are we going to do that, you might ask? Because here's just a little visualizer of how much ancient debris that's going to cost. Well, we've got a couple goals. Let me clear the weather real quick. We are first going to have our starting goals, which is villager stuff. So frick chamber, trading hall, and a couple of villagers for an iron farm. And then we're going to need to make a hostile farm, or a general overworld mob farm. And the server started a month 4 days ago. So all this stuff that I'm talking about it's done already. And yeah, we built it over here in this desert, since deserts reduce zombie spawns to approximately 20%, exactly, but approximately, because there's some randomness in the spawning algorithm. And then end stuff, like beat the ender dragon, do some end busting, get some shulkers, get some elytras, and then a blaze farm, which is not the best XP farm, but in my opinion it's the best early game XP farm because it is extremely low effort and the drops are pretty useful and the XP is pretty high. Reason drops are useful, you can use them as smelting fuel, and we're going to need to do a lot of smelting. More on that later. Well, actually, no, not even. We just need to smelt all of that. Anyway, we as well are going to want a good food source. We've got a hoglin farm, because those are kind of broken. Don't think we'll need to run it for like a while. And then get some good gear, specifically god gear. So those are all going to be the starting goals, which will then lead us into our intermediate goals of building a gold farm, which is already done, and then bartering setup, which is in the works, witch farm, honey farm. I'm going to actually hook the two of them up to each other so that the bottles from the witch farm are automatically transported to the honey farm. A slime farm, which is part of what we need the hostile farm for. We need a ton of gunpowder to blow up the chunks, because before we have the slime farm, we can't dupe TNT entities. We won't have the materials. So we need to blow up the area, not even the whole area for a full perimeter, but a mini crap perimeter for the slime farm. And then a wither skeleton farm for the wither skeleton skulls for the beacons. An infinite stem farm so that we can get probably warped stems, just so that we can passively get wood. And then a good cobble farm. And all of the resources from all these farms together are going to let us reach our end goals, or specifically end goal of a netherite god beacon. And what does one of these cost? Well, it costs that much, or a 12 by 12 by 61, or 8,784 ancient debris, visualized in chests. That is not one, not two, but 2.5 double chests of ancient debris, plus 2 stacks, and 16. I mean, gold-wise, to get the netherite ingots, we're going to need 15 stacks plus 16 of gold block, which is honestly the easy half of the crafting ingredients, which will give us a chest plus 7 stacks and 20 netherite ingots, which, along with 18 wither skeleton skulls, 24 soul sand or soul soil, 18 obsidian, and 30 glass will give us 6 beacons and 3 stacks plus 52 block of netherite, which is everything we will need to construct one of these bad boys. Now, how do we feasibly get this much ancient debris? That ties into both our early and intermediate goals and some mathematics. The numbers I've pulled from the Minecraft wiki, and the numbers go, there are 1.7 ancient debris per chunk on average. For a netherite god beacon, we need 8,784, which means that if we divide that by the 1.7 per chunk on average, we are going to need to collect every ancient debris from 5,167.06 chunks. So, we ended up deciding to go for 5,200 chunks, just because it's a nice round number, and it evenly divides by 16 into 325, which means we can build a 16 wide ancient debris world eater, as designed by Ilmango, and that's what we need all the resources for, and run it 325 blocks. And by the time that thing's done, we're basically going to have another Red God beacon. And that ties perfectly into our end goals, which are to find a good area to build this thing, clear said area of ruined portals, and dig 2 3-wide 5,200 block long trenches, run a tunnel bore over the top of said area to get the space to build and run a world eater in, then smelt up all these 8,784 ancient debris, craft it up into ingots and then blocks, and build this bad boy. Now, some things to note: the seed was kind of handpicked. Not extremely handpicked, it was just kind of a popular seed. It's a Reddit seed. It was discovered back in 115. But the desert here is really nice, just for, you know, as I said, getting reduced zombie spawns. And then something that was also really nice that I found out when I checked this place out quickly, this is where we ended up setting up our first base. We had a ruined portal structure here. So all of that kind of went together to make this a really good seed to try and complete our goals on, since as well, Mushroom Island biomes, they're basically on peaceful mode. The only things that can spawn into here, I thought, were mushrooms, but I guess bats can technically spawn in here too. And then as well, you can also get skeleton horse traps, zombie raids, if you've got enough villagers and phantoms. But they are the most peaceful biome by far. Anyway, a few more things to note. There is going to be a server tour / stream on Rams24's channel sometime this week. Could be before or after Wednesday, which will also be video 1 of the Let's Play series. This is episode 1. This is episode 0, where I'm just kind of saying like, hey, this is what we're going to do. And aside from myself, the server members are Rams24. He has a stream, and his channel is on my promoted channels. And then there's also B Cameron 007, Doug Slays, and Electics. I'm the one who's mostly on the server and does most of the work, but these guys help out where they can. And yeah, that's going to be all for now. You guys have yourselves a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day. And don't want to be cliche, but just starting out a YouTube channel, I really want to hit 1,000 subscribers as quickly as possible, just so I can get monetized. So if y'all could, I don't care if you hit the bell, I don't care if you don't want to watch, but if I would really appreciate it if y'all would toss me a little sub. But that's all for now. You guys have yourselves a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.